Here's just a little Vuillard painting for you. It's probably a little over 2 feet by 1 feet, but not by much. One of the things that I get asked a lot about my own painting is my use of color. I actually pick up a lot of cues from Vuillard. This is an excellent example. In this painting, this camera is gonna kind of go back and forth with adjusting the color balance, but you can see how much lighter the wall is than the sky in the painting. This painting is almost a middle gray, and everything kind of sits in this middle gray tone. Even though there's a little bit of color fluctuation, he's really keeping stuff in a middle value range with just a few jumps dark and a few jumps light. And he always puts them in really silly places. The place of most contrast is this like weird little white. Can you see that? There's just like a white blobby bit next to a dark tree. When you back up, it makes sense. It looks like kind of maybe there's like a grove of blossoming trees or something that are way in the distance. But his big main shapes are really all kind of the same value. The one sort of bump of color that you get that sort of throws the gray greens into a really cool lush green is you can see this orange roof, and it's still a kind of bland orange color, but because everything else is in this sort of middle tone, kind of cool brown green, it really sets that orange off, and it feels luminous, but it's still not a very light color. It's darker than the sky. He puts a couple little pops of red. Here's like a little red bush there. He puts these little dots. Can you see those? A little dot of red here and there, and just enough to keep the greens kind of bouncing. It really sets off these like kind of yellow greens, gray greens. He's got some darker olives that kind of move into this sort of brown undertone. Everything's painted on top of cardboard, so you get that warm brown cardboard color everywhere. And then he lets it show through. So all that, the kind of scrubby green on tops to keep that brown cardboard color active underneath.